Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Deep into the Heart of RWT. My name is Mike Larkin, and joining me, as always, is the dead man of RWT, Paul Morales, Mr. Daniel Crimmins himself, and 1/3 of Deep into the Heart of Wrestling, our boy, our friend, the one, the only.
Mike, allow me.
Okay, he's
special
gonna
intro for our special guest.
All right, go ahead.
Gonna do it.
All right, we're gonna do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Daniel Crimmins, and I have the distinct pleasure to introduce to you our special guest for this evening's show. You have seen him on the TSK. You have seen him on Max Wrestling, where he has dominated again and again and again. And he will continue to do so. You've seen him on Deep into the Heart of Wrestling. You have seen him all over. You have seen him on the hardcore scene. Shout out to Grave Defiler. I'm talking about the one, the only, Mr. Robert Davis.
I like that. We acknowledge you, Rob. I like that a lot. I like
Paul
it.
Heyman ain't got shit on me.
King Kong ain't got shit on me. Well, this is not our training
Did you
day.
just call Paul Heyman fat?
Wow.
So this is not our training day, but this is another day of another week in professional wrestling when it comes to the world of professional wrestling. But I figure we start with this. It's going to be quick, much like this event was as well. It was hyped for months. It was hyped for a very long-ass time, to put it bluntly. Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano fought in the main event at MVP, and it literally was 17 seconds into the first round. Ronda hit a takedown, double leg takedown. Gina went for a guillotine, didn't have it all in there. Armbar, tap out, that's it. Yeah, after all that build, we got a Ronda.
Dude, that took you all but 17 seconds to say all that, man. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
That's probably the quickest you've ever been, huh?
That's what she said.
Not even the quickest this week.
No. But it's one of those things where it was a Ronda fight. We've seen many of her fights last very shortly, especially when she's on the losing end, Holly Holm. And so many of her.
Misha Tate says what?
Misha Tate says what? And so many others. I did see Jim Cornette, you stupid motherfucker, and all those great people say it was rigged, it was a worked, it was a grift, yada, yada, yada. It was what it was. They made $2 million, $1 million for each, $1 million, $1 million, $2 million. They made money as they made bank, to put in the bluntest of terms, win, lose, or draw. I will start with you on this one, Paul Morales. Your thoughts on the Ronda Gina fight from MVP?
I will try to do this in less than 17 seconds.
Yep.
They came out, they fought. It was done. It was over with.
They hugged.
You could have went to go get a beer, had a bathroom break, probably went to go grab a snack, and it'd probably be back, and it wouldn't. Well,
hey,
didn't work. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. She looked shocked. I will say that. I think Gina was expecting maybe some strikes and going in, but no, Ronda just took her down, armbar. That was it. That was literally it. So I will go to Daniel Crimmins on this one next. Your thoughts of Ronda and Gina Carano?
17 seconds, man.
That was it.
That was it.
Beat that time, Mike.
Beat that time, Mike.
I already did that time.
In other words, he's a two-hitter quitter. What are you saying?
What? Rob, so we'll go to you, Ronda and Gina. It's funny because after we recorded the last Deep into the Heart of Wrestling, that'll be out this week. We were going to look
Cheap Pop number one.
Cheap Pop number one, yes, sir. We were getting off and we wanted to see this bout. And then as soon as I went in there, God damn it. Rob, that was it. Rob, your thoughts on the whole Ronda Gina ordeal?
I think people are taking it a little too seriously. They seem to forget the reason why Ronda Rousey is called the baddest woman on the planet.
Yep.
Sure, this match did have some builds. Sure, this match was probably a long time coming. But at the same time, Gina Carano hasn't fought in 17 years.
Yep.
To have the fucking balls to get back into the octagon after 17 years, to go up against the baddest woman on the planet, takes a lot of huevos, man. And I'm sure she didn't want it to go down the way it did, but it did. What can we say?
All right. And that brings us to this next story. So MVP.
16 and a half seconds, man. He did it. Yeah. He did it flat, man. You know what I'm saying? Good timing. Good timing.
Cutting it close there.
I know,
Well,
cutting it close, man. Cutting it close.
we can speak a little bit more on this now because MVP, Most Valuable Promotions, put out on Twitter. This May started with Ronda Rousey. Now it's Holly Holm's turn. If MVP MMA brought you into the world of combat sports with Rousey versus Carano, don't miss what's next at MVP W03. The woman who shocked the world against Ronda is back, and Holly Holm headlines MVP W03 against Stephanie Hahn in a massive rematch Saturday, May 30th, El Paso, Texas, live on ESPN. So, are you guys looking forward to Stephanie Hahn and Holly Holm? We're going back to the old heads again, is what we do here at MVP. That's why we do what we do.
No. No, no, and no. And hold on. No. It's like everybody that Dana White got rid of is pretty much who MVP wants.
Yep.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, you got
Who's
Amanda
next?
Serrano.
Hold on. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Hey,
That's my line.
Yeah,
let's see.
Sorry, Dale.
I stole it first.
All right.
You did.
I stole it last. So
Hey,
That is also
I mean,
true.
Mike, who's next at this point? Chuck Liddell? Are we gonna get Liddell Couture Part 5?
oh, God.
Tito Ortiz.
Tito
I was gonna say that. I was just gonna say Liddell Ortiz. Like,
Hey, what's Ken
27?
Shamrock up to these days?
I know, right?
I was gonna say, do you think Dan Severn will come back?
Frank
Here's the
Shamrock,
question.
Ed Shamrock, Tank Abbott, the whole
Can
nine.
Kenny?
Yeah, exactly.
Can
We'll
he-
get all of them together. You know what I'm saying?
Can Batista still go?
Oh, hey now.
Fuck
Oh,
You
it.
don't want to talk
maybe,
about that fight.
maybe Kenny Omega wants to relive some of that early days of his.
Hey, I'm sure Alberto El Patron's looking for work.
Oh God.
That was cold, but you know what? It
was
really,
good.
really fit the bill. It was
really
good. It was good. It was good.
Good.
Ain't gonna lie, that one was good.
He deserved it.
He did. I mean, they got Amanda Serrano, it looks like, on this card, too. So you're getting people like Amanda Serrano, Stephanie Hahn, Holly Holm. I mean, do you guys, and we've all talked about our love for Holly Holm, absolutely mollywhopping Ronda, but do you guys want to see Holly Holm fight in 2026?
Man, if it ain't Amanda Nunez, I don't want to see it.
Pretty much.
But yeah, it's just, I look at this promotion. I mean, I applaud them for even starting this, but it's just like, they're going back to the old heads. That's what we're doing. I feel like I'm back on a UFC video game in 08. Go ahead, Dan.
Like, if you think about it, look at what AEW did at the beginning. Who was their first world champion?
Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho.
Bingo. Then it was Mox, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So first two champions were WWE guys. Why? They were recognized names.
True.
I guarantee you this is what they're doing. They're trying to get eyes on the product, get recognized names. Then they'll transition to probably up-and-comers. At least that's what I would do. Now,
Do you think
this
Jake
fight
Paul's
might
not
be
smart?
okay.
Do you think Jake Paul's smart? No.
No, but he's probably got somebody pulling the strings.
Well, he's got his boy. I'll be honest, the guy who his partner is, he's the one with the money. So, I mean, he's
Now-
the money guy.
The money fight here is Holly Holm versus Ronda 2.
Yes, it is.
That's
But
what
Ronda
people
said-
want.
Yeah, and Rhonda said she's done. She just wants to go have babies now.
Yep.
How many times has she said that now?
Well, she said it with WWE after she left the first time.
She said it twice.
Twice.
I think she has 2 kids. Does she?
I think so, yeah.
You can't tell me that if Jake
How many kids does Ronda have?
I think
Two.
Two.
My
Yeah.
wife said two.
if Jake Paul
2.
backed up a dump truck full of money to her property, you tell me she's not going to say, well,
I think the funny part with Jake Paul is that TKO was like, no, he can't be at any of the events with Logan, which is because, I mean, they're rivals. I mean, MVP is, another promotion, and they're with UFC with TKO. So, I mean, you can't, I mean, CM Punk was there just to be in support of his friends, and he was talking about AJ, I'll be home in April, I'll be home in 20 minutes, which he was kind of spot on with that when it comes to that last fight. But yeah, like, that's why I was like, when people were freaking out about Jake Paul not being around with the TKO stuff, I'm like, well, TKO and UFC. So what do you guys think about Jake Paul and the whole thing there? Because that I thought was very funny. It's like, you dickhead.
Patty.
I don't think they want him around.
Dickhead.
They don't want him around.
Nope.
Period.
They've got the more talented Paul brother anyway.
They do, even though he's a dickhead, a real dickhead. Blah, blah, blah,
He's a
blah, blah.
wanker.
He's an asshole. Blah, blah, blah. So,
Toss that.
awesome. So, with that being said, we'll go to
Nation of Japan says what?
what?
I'm not. I just gotta say that whole thing with Dominic was just hilarious.
It was.
Have you been to Japan?
Can you even go?
Can you even go to Japan?
And
Yeah,
he-
you go to Japan.
the look on Dom's face was just priceless. He's just like,
Huh?
and you could tell it pissed Logan off. You
It's
could,
like, brother, you don't have to be a heel all the time. Actually,
Right?
you do. But
You do. Speaking of someone who
not gonna lie, I really want to see Dom and MJF go at it.
I would love that.
That'd
That
be
would
fun.
be a fire battle as far as promos go. Even wrestling tips. I'm right there with you. Speaking of being right there with us, we did have an arrest this week that's going around the nation here. Ludwig Kaiser was arrested in Florida on battery charge. So this was the original report. According to police reports and affidavits, the incident occurred on April 23rd, 2026 at the Paramount on Lake Eola Apartments in downtown Orlando. Kaiser and an unidentified woman allegedly engaged in uncontrollably intimate kissing while sharing an elevator with the neighbor. When the elevator reached the 12th floor and all parties exited, the neighbor reportedly told them to please have some manners. Kaiser allegedly responded by punching the man, punching him to the ground, and threatening him. Surveillance footage from the building captured the encounter, and authorities identified Kaiser as a resident, and the call was originated by Richard Reip for that 911 call. But we also did find out this, and this is from Raj Giri on Twitter. This is what I heard regarding the Ludwig Kaiser situation. He was in the apartment elevator with Andrea Bazarte, his girl, and they were being affectionate, but nothing crazy or out of the ordinary. Reip allegedly didn't say anything in the elevator, but once he got out on the 12th floor, he allegedly said something to Kaiser to the effect of, "You need to show some fucking respect before I call ICE on that bitch." Kaiser got out of the elevator and they had a little scuffle, but no punches were apparently thrown. So one report is saying, hey, he just said, please have some manners. This is a lot of PDA going on right now in this elevator. Nobody wants to see that. Can't we resolve this conflict without anger, Talladega Nights style? And then this report is saying, hey, man, your girl's a nice bitch. I'm going to call her out if y'all don't just cut this shit right now. So there's two different various reports. Let's dive into it. And I will start with Paul Morales on this first, Maine. What are your thoughts on the conflicting reports? What do you think happened here in this situation?
what sounds more Florida to you?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. What sounds a little bit more realistic?
This one? This one?
The second one.
This one sounds a little bit more realistic. Why are you gonna call ICE? Why are you gonna be that much of a dick that you want to call ICE on somebody? Just because what? She's and obviously the dude's white.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that point blank because I don't even need to see what his name is. I'm gonna be brutally honest and just say dude's white.
Go ahead.
And he made an assumption. He made an assumption to the wrong person. And well, Ludwig had every right to say what he said.
Yes, he did.
You could have easily just gotten off of the elevator and walked away and just been like, damn, those two were just going at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, and not, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing.
Move on. Get a fucking life.
Yeah.
Please get a life.
Yeah, it was an older
If not, break out a video camera at least. Good Lord. One or the other.
Yeah, I believe the guy was an older white dude. And I can say for all white dudes, Dan and I and everybody that listens to this, we ain't all like that. So
How much you want to bet this guy puts raisins in his potato salad?
wow, you go that far.
Wow, that's horrible.
He probably thinks mayonnaise is spicy.
Oh,
He probably thinks seasoning his food means adding salt and pepper.
oh God. Friggin'
You know what? I'll leave that one to all you guys, except for Rob, because Rob's more Latino than anybody else. But hey,
It's true. Palabra, Holmes.
he's raza. You know what I'm saying?
Now, and I hate to say this too, because Rob actually brought up a good point, as you did too, Paul. Yes, that is very much Florida. If you guys have seen the rallies in Florida recently where they were speaking in tongues and everything at the Trump rally, because, my child build the holy ballroom. So, I mean, I know, right? Yeah. So that is more Florida than anything. So yes,
What?
this option doesn't surprise me.
What?
Rob, comments, your thoughts on these conflicting reports? We all tend to agree with the second report, but go ahead. Your
So
thoughts.
so when this first report come out and it's just like this guy said please have some manners and Kaiser punched him.
That makes sense.
No. Kaiser is not. I mean, I don't know Kaiser personally, but I'm of the impression that Kaiser is not one to just punch a gentleman randomly for being suggestively polite.
Yes.
Now, if someone would say to me, I'm going to call ICE on this bitch if you guys don't calm down, I'm probably going to punch you. Nah, not probably. I am definitely going to punch you. And Kaiser did the same thing. So, I mean, I don't see a problem here.
No, and I mean, it reminds, and I mean, we'll give the rare W, as Rob likes to call it, to Mr. CM Punk. Like, he had every right to slap the phone out of that dude's hand with everything that happened with Bailey and AJ. I would have done the same thing. I'm sure we all would have done the same thing. But
Punk's been racking up some of them rare W's, though.
Very much so, but that's the thing too, Rob, and everybody on this panel. The problem is, again, people just think because of who's in charge that they could just say whatever they want without the consequences. And I'm here to tell you, it ain't how the world works. If you're going to say some bullshit like that, you're going to get dealt with. And I hate to put it like that because, the violence! But sometimes you got to wreck shop up in this bitch.
What do you mean I can't be a racist asshole? I'm going to call Donald Trump.
About right now. I mean, it's one of those things where it's just like, fucking A, dude.
I will not put on this mask.
I don't fucking think so. I will not do what you tell me to do. So with that,
press my daddy Trump.
I love you so much.
Y'all see that song? You know the one I'm talking about.
Yes. Does it go a little something like "We Are Charlie Kirk"? No, you're not.
No.
Yeah.
This one was not AI.
Oh, please! Are you going to play it for us? Is that what you're doing?
No, not. It was a bunch of
Good,
large white dudes singing and rapping about calling Trump their daddy.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Didn't you put that in the Black Box chat, Mike?
I did. I might have.
So I mean, let's look. Initially, people heard domestic violence. They thought he had assaulted his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Which, had that been the case,
he probably would have been gone from WWE. Is what he was going to finish saying.
Just like Dan is gone from the.
Dan just disappeared.
If Kaiser had assaulted his girlfriend, he'd be fired already.
See, I told you that's what he was going to say.
Yes.
But that first story, honestly, there are ways of handling this. Like if seeing two people in love, you could have just said, "Hey, do you guys mind not doing this in the elevator?"
Yeah, a little cut it short on the PDA, please, in a nice way.
Exactly. I'm sure you may have gotten a look, but
they would have been all right. Fine.
But that kind of comment, any decent man is going to defend his wife or his significant other. Anybody's going to do that. But my respect for Kaiser just went through the fucking roof.
Yeah, dude. Like, again, it's one of those things where you have
Thank you.
It's one of those things where you got to do what you got to do. Now, I know he's trying to get out of going to court. He will go to court, but he has to first wrestle in Mexico. So it's like, hey, man, before I do what I got to do and all this stuff, how about you just let me wrestle in Mexico for this big match I got coming up? Which he should. Just let him wrestle.
Which he should.
Yeah.
I guarantee you TKO probably will get him some real good lawyers.
Oh, yeah.
They're already working on getting them.
Let me see. $1,000 bond.
Yep.
That means it's $10,000 for a charge, right? Because he only needs 10%, right?
If that.
Okay, so it'd be 10%. So it'd be like $10,000 charge.
Yes.
It's whatever. I mean, it's literally like a slap on the wrist and be like, hey, go ahead and go.
Pretty much.
Speaking of that picture, Mike, why does anytime you see Nick Khan at an event, why does it look like he's like, what am I even doing here?
Because it's Nick Khan. You hardly ever see this guy smile. Like, you hardly ever see him smile. So we go from TKO now to this. So this is from the town hall, which we always love cracking up at now because apparently WWE's doing town halls now. I mean, I understand the stock calls and all that, but apparently WWE's got town halls now. So during today's WWE Town Hall, and this is from PW Insider, Nick Khan and Paul Levesque discussed the return of WWE live events this summer, explaining to the employees that they've discovered house shows are important for young talents to get reps in the ring and to experiment and try things in front of different live crowds. They stated it would be a balance of younger talents getting more experience in front of fans with established stars performing. They noted they want to find the right balance so as not set talents up for injuries. Hadoy. Hadoy! That's all I got to say. Like, duh. This is why we have house shows to get the reps in. Hello.
As long as they find that balance, that's the important part here because when you're going out there 6 nights a week, you're bound to get fucked up.
Yes.
But not doing any shows either, you're bound to get fucked up because you're not practicing. So if we meet somewhere right now in the middle, it should be fine. It should be fine.
Easily.
I wouldn't mind seeing, Mason Rook, going against some of the main roster guys. That would be fun.
Agreed.
Christian's had the whole gimmick of your dad's dead.
Yes.
Why not have Mason Rook just, body slam people that are dads?
That would be fun. That's a nice little twist on the chant. Okay.
Text Shawn Michaels that right.
Shawn Michaels, one of our favorite bookers, if not our favorite booker right now. Do it.
And his social media game is on point, by the way.
Oh my God, doing the house tour with the girls and Sol Ruka, friggin' some Sabrina Carpenter. Shawn is doing these TikToks, man. Oh my goodness.
He's got cool dad energy.
We know who he used to be, though.
Yeah, we know who he used to be, Shawn. Sexy boy.
He still got the Riz.
He does.
Yeah, fucking Sean Slobberknocker, Knickerbocker, whatever the hell your last name is.
Hickenbottom.
Yeah, Hicklebottom.
Hicken, not Hickle. What is he?
Yeah, Hicken.
What is he? Your Huckleberry? What is this?
Huckleberry? I don't give a shit. It don't matter. Okay, so on today's episode of No Fucking Duh.
Yeah.
We have these two fucking numbnuts over here who all of a sudden are saying, hey, guess what? We need house shows. Duh. No kidding.
Yep.
There was a reason why Vince McMahon had them on. And I get it. Vince kind of watered them down and, we needed to be out there 6 days a week and then, of course, still do Raw and SmackDown.
Yep.
You could see for the last couple of years that they didn't really have house shows. Okay, holiday tour aside that they had, you have it for what, 2 weeks, a week, and not even that, a week and a half, and you're done. It's like after Christmas, going into the new year, and then all of a sudden, it's like you have the first Raw of the new year. To me, it just makes more sense to give them at least the people that you have on the TV or the people that you aren't using. Give them some reps. Let them go out there and make their money. Obviously, they're asking for a 50% discount or asking them to take a 50% pay cut.
Yes.
Yeah.
How the hell are you going to ask them to take a 50% pay cut and then not use them? And then you fire them, and then you get mad because you fired the team people who were literally in tag teams, and now your tag team division sucks.
And that also brings us to this.
Segue.
Yep.
Real quick, I this is what fucking gets me with these two chuckle fucks.
Go ahead, Dan.
Your rationale for asking talents to take pay cuts was you're only on the road 1 day a week, 2 on weeks of PLEs. You're not working as much. Okay, fair enough. But now you're bringing house shows back, so you're going to have talent that's going to be on TV and on the road more. and they took pay cuts. Get fucked.
Yeah.
With a goddamn cactus.
I do have one thing. We can go to the tag team one, but what sucks is that you have so many people on your roster that you aren't using. Right. You aren't utilizing them, and you have 2.5 hours on Monday, 3 hours for SmackDown, which is eventually going to end up going to 2 hours. And then, of course, you have an hour for main event. Forget NXT and forget Evolve. That's completely separate. Problem is that you have about 6 hours, 6.5 hours of TV time, and you aren't really using anybody, and you aren't really using it right. So you might as well just have these house shows, let these people get their reps in, and it's taken a toll on wrestlers because we've seen them get injured for like the littlest things. Zoe Starks, forget that. That was horrible.
That was really horrible.
That was really, really bad. But I'm talking about little injuries to like Kevin Owens.
Bronson Reed when he broke
Bronson Reed was just trying to break up a tag, and what? He tore his bicep.
JD McDonough.
Oh,
man, JD McDonough gonna kill himself.
Whatever happened to Tyler Bate?
Whatever happened to Tyler Bate?
Whatever happened to Peter Dune?
Whatever happened to Peter Dune? And then all of a sudden, Ludwig Kaiser shows up and look, now he's just has the police after him. Whatever happened to him?
Yeah, whatever happened to him?
Catering. You know, they are not going to bring him out of catering now.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Now, the other part of this, as these guys said, revitalizing the tag team division was also a focal point. Now, we said this before we got on the show. We will all say this here. The New Day said, no, we're not going to take a pay cut. No more New Day. You got rid of the Wyatt Six. You got rid of
Not only did you get rid of the Wyatt Six, you got rid of everybody in the Wyatt
Six. You got rid of the Motor City Machine Guns. But who are we talking about bringing back? Enzo and Cass.
And Corbin.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Baron Corbin, they're saying to be the guy that Danhausen had in the thing. And be with Danhausen.
I will just say as an aside, I am all in for Corbinhausen.
Corbinhausen. But yeah, Enzo and Cass. Look, I know it has been about, I'll say, 8 years now since what happened with Enzo and why he got ousted out of the WWE. And Big Cass has come a long way since his last tenure. He's no longer in a bad place. Very, very much in a good place. I mean, he hasn't been doing much in AEW since the Learning Tree. He was on. Hi guys. He was on Ring of Honor with Brian Keith. But if he goes back, cool. But Enzo, So, Rob, I will actually start with you on this one. What are your thoughts on the revitalization of the tag team division and the Enzo and Cass coming back as well as Baron Corbin, a.k.a. Corbin?
I am not even mad about Enzo and Cass coming back because I thought they were fine for what they did. They got the crowd into it. They sold merch. That's what they want. Cool. Whatever, that's fine. What pisses me off, I think, the most is they said they want to focus on tag teams. Tag teams like The Miz and Kit Wilson. They're not even a fucking tag team. You made them up. You put them together.
Yes.
What happens when Kit Wilson's partner comes back?
Yeah, what happens when Elton comes back?
Are you going to make them sit in catering? You're going to fucking release them too?
Damian Priest and R-Truth were a random makeshift tag team too in their own right.
And they're the fucking champions.
And they're tag team champions.
They're the tag champs.
I will just say, as an aside,
yes,
if you want to talk about a team that I personally would love to see them bring back in, get Aiden English back in the ring, rehire Simon Gotch.
I'll take the Vaudevillains.
Vaudevillains would love it.
Because honestly, Simon Gotch can fucking go.
Very much so, yes.
And I will say it, as I said before we went on air, I want them to put Enzo and Cass on SmackDown for one reason.
Because Tama Tonga and his brother are there.
Tama and Tala against Cass and Enzo.
Oh, Lord.
Boy.
Boy, howdy. Paul, your thoughts on the revitalization of the tag division and Baron Corbin? I think we all, with how Bishop Dyer has been, we'd like to see a resurgence of Baron Corbin.
They're just going to make tag
I
teams.
honestly think, Eric, you think about them getting rid of the Wyatt Six.
Yes.
You could have just literally formed two different tag teams from the Wyatt Six.
Right.
You got rid of one half of the Gorillas of Destiny.
Yes, you did. Tonga Loa.
The goddamn goat!
Infamous Tonga Loa.
And you know what? Again, someone else.
Flaming Dorito.
Again, somebody else that could have used, some time in WWE, that could have used house shows. Another guy that could have just worked on his craft and gotten better. And you don't know what would have happened had you got a house show in him. I mean, you have got Tongaloa, you got Tala Tonga, and it's like, is that going to be your tag team?
Yeah. Well,
is Solo going to end up being end up being in a tag team with one of them?
Well, they're slowly pushing Tama out there to do something with Nakamura, and like they're having this conflict and all that. But you also now have Royce Keys feuding with Solo because we thought we were going to put Royce Keys in there, but no. So, I don't know.
One of the rumors that I heard of names that they're possibly bringing in, Zilla Fatu, which I think we all know that's a foregone conclusion.
Journey Fatu.
And Journey Fatu, which
I'm cool with that.
People, if you think Jacob is something,
yep.
Journey's, yeah.
Well, is that who
He's a member of the Bloodline that does fucking death matches.
Well, is that what we're going to get now with Roman and the Usos against Jacob and Zilla and Journey? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Sure, why not?
Yeah, why not? I think everybody is so over the Bloodline Part 2 Electric Boogaloo that we have now.
If you're Samoan, you could come to work for the WWE.
I was just going to say that too. I mean, I at this point, I mean, as long as you have Samoan in your fucking bloodline, shoot, you can come and work for WWE, except for Charlie, because obviously they let her go too. So
I was just gonna say you need to bring back Charlie then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And as I've said it on our show, Cheap Pop number 2, and on Kicking It with the TSK, Cheap Pop number 3, the wrong person won the Mania match. Punk should have gone over Roman.
Yeah, but now we got to wait for Cody and Punk to have that, as we have moved Jacob Fatu over to Raw, and it looks like we're moving Punk as well as Gunther now on SmackDown. So hey,
Gunther's officially on SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean Gunther did beat Royce Keys this past week on SmackDown, and of course we're gonna get Cody and Gunther at Clash in Italy, which we knew was a foregone conclusion. But hey, we got a spotlight on Royce Keys, so that's cool. But the other spotlight we have to mention that was very big out of Monday Night Raw. Well, first up, we'll mention this because Paula brought it up, and I think it's really good and imperative to talk about.
Why you always blame me?
Well, it's what you said, so I'm about to say this. So, Greensville, North Kakalaki, Javon Evans, not on Raw, but he's on main event. All right.
Okay, let's look at what matches were on the show.
Yes.
What would you have bumped to get a cheap pop from the Greensboro crowd? Because I think you could have probably dropped any of those matches that were on the show to have him out there. Hell, as much as I like JD and Finn Balor,
we didn't really need this.
You didn't really need it. Hell, you could have had that for fucking Saturday night's main event.
But what you're not getting at Saturday night.
But what you're not getting at Saturday night's main event is that match.
Yep.
Or here's an idea: Javon and Finn Balor versus Finn and JD.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. It would have made sense, and you could have gotten the pop from the crowd. And hell, that would have made a hell of a lot more sense.
But I will say,
but you didn't do it.
That street fight was badass, though. Those guys really kicked the crap out of each other.
That was TKO's fault.
Yeah.
Fuck the TKO.
Now,
it's shit like that they should save for these special events, though.
well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, look, I love me some Sol Ruca, and I know they're doing the non-title match at Saturday night's main event.
Actually, Mike, that is now a title match.
Did they really make it a title match now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right. Do you guys see Sol Ruca winning? I don't think so. I think,
Yes.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
You think we're gonna get a what?
That's my prediction.
All right.
Like
Is it this weekend or is it next weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Saturday.
Okay, so that's my prediction.
I really think.
Yes.
I think Becky's almost done. Like this run just feels different. Like at this point, there's nothing left for her to do.
No. Not at all. She can just go home and be a mom.
Or do Hollywood, you know?
Yeah. I think the big thing that happened with Raw, and I mean, and I even hate to say it as we discuss this, and it just feels lifeless just because TKO and this WWE product is just such bleh. What we did get, Obafemi has been mollywopping Otis and Tozawa and Berto and Angel, and this week we're getting ready for the open challenge, and then who attacks him from behind in the darkness? It's the return of Brock Lesnar for F5s, and then the storyline being Paul Heyman and Adam Pearce are in the back. Adam Pearce is like, hey, man, I thought he was retired. What are we doing? He goes, hey, Brock Lesnar is retired, but he signed a contract to wrestle Obafemi at Clash in Italy. It's a rematch. Oh, boy. So as much as I'm looking forward to this match again, it was a great story, but the build should have been he ended it there, but now we're going to extend it for Gunther, obviously going into SummerSlam, and that'll be it for Brock. Dan, I'll start with you on this one. Brock Lesnar's return, 4 F5s to Obafemi, rematch at Clash in Italy.
If they have Brock go over
to do a, yeah,
you are going to make Obafemi look like a punk bitch that got lucky.
Yeah.
Everything that you built up around him, done. Nobody will take him seriously.
Paul, we'll move up to you on this one now.
Fuck TKO.
Fuck the TKO.
And fuck the Hulk Hogan.
And the Hulk Hogan. Paul hit me.
If this match doesn't end in like a brawl and a double count out or a double disqualification,
right,
it's pointless. If you end up having Brock Lesnar beat Obafemi, right, you just lost every bit of the momentum he had. Every bit of it. It was almost like what they did with Gunther. They did nothing for weeks. Then all of a sudden you have him pop up. Oh, yeah, I need a favor. This is the favor. Now he's going over to SmackDown. What?
Yeah, that was the favor. Go after Cody because we planted the seeds of Cody.
Yeah, I remember when that was going on. It makes no sense to me, but if you want to make this make sense and you want to draw it out at least for another couple of months, God, I can't even think of.
But they're trying to.
Do you want it to end in Minneapolis?
They're trying to do like a full circle, like you mentioned with Gunther and Cody possibly joining Paul Heyman, but going towards Minneapolis, like it was a perfect fit there, and I get it. But also at the same time, like you mentioned, how do you extend this? Because you have to have a rubber match then if Brock wins. It should be a no contest, no finish. But I have a very bad feeling in my gut that we're going to have Brock get the win here. And that's the overall problem, the general consensus there. And
Rob, I need some sense.
Rob, hit us. What are your thoughts on Brock and Oba?
Rob, I need you to make this make sense.
I can't make this make sense because I'm too blinded with rage by the fact that this WrestleMania moment was just completely fucked.
Yep.
Like the fact that Obafemi, the fact that he won the match, completely overshadowed by the fact that Brock retired, only to come back not even 2 months later,
right?
Say, no, I'm not retired.
You ruined it.
You ruined it. You fucking ruined it. We can't have nice things. Not because of me, because TKO.
Yeah, it's not. This isn't. I would never blame Rob for this.
No.
Other things, maybe.
Maybe. This, not so much.
Well,
Every other time, it's always Michael's fault.
Usually.
You
I
want to have Brock wrestle? Have him wrestle that construction worker dude,
oh God.
Brock Lesnar.
Well, we did have some good news here, and we'll put this on the screen next. So it was announced MLW and Stardom have announced their strategic alliance. The partnership will focus on talent exchange and creative collaboration, allowing athletes from both globally recognized promotions to compete on new stages and in front of new audiences. So that is a big dub for MLW.
If we don't get Killer Cross versus Maki Ito, what the fuck are we even doing?
Well, we do have this here just announced. Saya Kamitani and Rina of Stardom will make their official MLW debuts as the newly formed alliance between MLW and Stardom begins to take shape. The two members of Hate will appear June 11th in New York City and June 12th and 13th in Philly. Let's go. Let's go.
I love these joint partnerships outside of that bring in new, I guess, up and coming stars, especially women over in Japan. I love that they do this, and it's amazing that they get an opportunity to come here. You get new eyes on them. MLW is doing their thing, and I have no doubt they'll end up overtaking TNA at some point. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Not sorry, definitely not sorry. Saya Kamitani is a bad woman. She took a Kobashi chop.
Oh, dude, I saw that.
You saw that? That was.
I think I refer to Alex Queen of the Ring. Joshi is House of Joshi is just like the phenomenal wrestling in all of like Japan. So watching all these women, even like clips online, it's like follow their social media, because a lot of these women just post stuff about themselves and they post their matches, and it's so awesome to see. And if you have no idea who the hell they are, YouTube, bitch. YouTube. That's what it's there for.
Google is free.
Google is your friend. But I think we all can agree here, like when we see stuff like this, it makes us happy. And we've all been MLW fans from MLW Fusion and everything for years. It's definitely been something that's rebranded, rehashed, and it's something to make you feel good as well. We always talk about the alternatives outside of the mainstream auspices of WWE and others, but this right here feels special, and it's great to see these talents get the shine that they deserve.
You just said MLW Fusion. Guess what's returning? MLW Fusion, May 30th.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, baby, for free.
For free.
Is Matt Rydell still with MLW?
Yeah, he said he's on the promotion. So
is he?
Yeah, he's on the picture for Fusion. So
nice.
And of course, one Killer Crosses as their champion. So of course he's on the picture.
Yeah. My thing too is, and I will say this, we do also have to mention this. I wanted to mention before we get to our other two stories before our predictions. TNA on Impact Wrestling, we did see a new X Division champion in Cedric Alexander beating Leon Slater. Was a very good match. I know, and we couldn't let him beat the record. We couldn't let him beat Austin Aries' record. No, right there, it was so close.
Fuck you, Carlos.
Fuck you,
Carlos. Probably your call.
Asshole. Well, we did.
As long as you're not blaming me, we're perfectly fine.
Well, we did get something very special out of this. So after the match itself, we heard Vinny, Vici, and Fabian Eichner has now signed with TNA. So, Rob, I'll start with you on this one. Fabian Eichner, not Giovanni Vinci, is now part of TNA. Your thoughts?
I think he'll be okay. I always thought he was pretty cool.
That's nice.
Very nice.
Whatever his issues were with Imperium, if they were true or not, Tiffany Stratton apparently has gone on record and say there was no issues, but yeah, fucking a perfect opportunity to hit the reset button for him.
Yes. My thing too is, and I look at it from a stance like this, Eichner was so good with Imperium and just everything. I remember him being in the Cruiserweight Classic. That's how far we go back with him. Yeah. Such an underrated talent. And Paul, I'll go to you. Your thoughts of Fabian Eichner signing with TNA?
I think it's a good pickup, and I go back to what we had said a couple episodes back. TNA is lacking stars. I'm not saying that Fabian is like this big time star, but you give him an opportunity, he could probably turn into that star. You don't know. We really don't know, but you need to give him an opportunity to thrive in a place where he'll be seen every week. Develop a character, make people like you. There are 3 types of reaction: cheers, boos, but the one that you really don't want is no reaction at all.
Exactly.
So he has to be able to draw people in, make them cheer, make them boo, but what you don't want them to do is not have a reaction at all.
Damn straight. And Dan, I will go to you last on this. Fabian Eichner and TNA.
I am excited for the possibilities, seeing what he can do. As you mentioned, they need stars because, if you look at it, we have the reports of Leon Slater's contract coming up this summer.
Right.
We know where he's going.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Santana's contract is supposed to be up at some point this year. You know where he's going.
Yeah, buddy.
And it ain't back to AEW. So, with that being said, I like the idea of him being there. It's a shame that because they brought him back. They brought him to the main roster. They put him back with Kaiser and Gunther, and did nothing with Imperium.
And then they just kicked him out.
They were great on NXT.
NXT UK, the bomb, Alexander Wolf. Yep.
So I want to see him do well. I really want to see him succeed. Tiffany Stratton, she went on record and just said, yeah, that never happened.
That's what I'm saying. Don't believe everything you hear on the internet, people, especially if it comes from Dave Meltzer.
Clean your fucking office, Dave.
Thank you, Rob, for that, taking Nicola's spot. And we will say this.
Dave, you have the money. You can hire a cleaning person.
You do realize people pay $15 a month for that freaking Wrestling Observer shit. I don't get you people, but hey, there are people that do it.
You people? What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
You people.
What do you mean, you people?
So the other thing out of TNA, Rob actually brought this to my attention, and if the Demoness here, she would be screaming loudly as she would for this because I know how much she loves this. I'll say this to y'all. We have the Broken Hardys and the Righteous going at it and everything, but what we saw tonight with everything from last week and tonight more into the story of it, Willow is back going after friggin' Vincent and going after Dutch. Jeff Hardy is back as Willow in TNA. I'll start with Rob. Rob, your thoughts of seeing him as Willow in TNA? We haven't seen Willow since the start of the Broken Hardys. It's been about 10 years.
This is gonna be fun, and just you dig what I'm saying, man.
I dig what you're saying.
But yeah, this is gonna be fun. If this is it for the Hardys, and they seem to be pulling out all the stops, let's fucking go hard until the wheels fall off. So this should be fun, whatever shenanigans we're about to get into.
The wheels are already pretty much off.
Yeah. I think Broken Matt Hardy has he's got duct tape and bubble gum right now. So
I think he's working on Gorilla Glue right now. I don't know where he's.
It's getting close.
Scotch tape at this point.
He's driving down the highway on rims.
Thoughts and prayers, sunshine. Delete. My knees.
What are you guys thinking? We'll go to Paul. You next. What are your thoughts on Willow?
Hey, I'm happy that they actually brought the characters back, even the Broken Hardy gimmick.
Oh yeah.
I am glad that they brought it back because that was suitable and very, very memorable for TNA. If you notice that when they got their return in WWE, everybody was doing delete as they were coming down the ramp.
Yep.
And everybody was you got such a awesome reaction. And he still had the hair. He still had the blonde hair. A little blonde streaks up in his hair. So We remember it. We know it well. Kudos to the Hardys for bringing it back. And Awesome Willow.
Dan, your thoughts on Willow?
Cool. You know, and I think with going back to the whole Broken Hardy gimmick, and Mike, you and I have discussed Broken Matt Hardy on Uncaged Cheap Pop number 9,999,999.9.
525,600 minutes.
Quarter past 4.
Gimmicks like this, you know, it goes to show that if you've got an idea, go all out, believe in it. You know, and it's like, look at Mick Foley making all that shit work.
Yep.
Danhausen, look at that.
Yep.
Made it work. So it's, you know, kudos to Matt Hardy.
Kudos indeed. I mean, that really does bring the character and the levels that amplify such great
Hey, it's
stars.
Grandpa Kevin.
That were great stars in this company. Now, Kevin Nash is also in the news, so we're going to talk about Kevin Nash next. Look, Kevin says what he says, and he says what he feels, and he be feeling a lot of ways recently. So Kevin Nash recently said that he has urged WWE stars to unionize and join SAG following the TKO pay cuts. And this is from Click This podcast that he does with Sean Oliver. And he said on said podcast, you can't have it both ways. You can't play Endeavor at the top with the 300% increases and 1099 the dock workers. If they're going to play by those rules, let the boys play by the same rules. Go through Screen Actors Guild. They'll be more than happy to take their cut of your money. It won't be 50%, but it'll change the ball game. Take one of the programs that's written down, and you tell me that program isn't more heavily written and more produced than Curb Your Enthusiasm was when all those actors got SAG paid. So with that being said, I will start with this one. We'll go to Roberto first. What are your thoughts on Kevin Nash urging the stars to unionize and join SAG?
I'm going to say fucking do it.
Do it up.
Do it up.
Or tried.
Get your money.
Get that money, man. Get that money, man. Get that money, man. Paul Morales, your thoughts on Kevin Nash?
Leave it to the white boy to start doing the bounce.
That's what he does.
That's what I do. That's what we do.
The native New Yorker now living in South Carolina. Just leave it to him. Look,
Mike's got flavor.
I think with a lot of the characters, literally, you're on TV.
Yep.
And that's the Screen Actors Guild. Television, art, science. It's on the couch over there. You got the Screen Actors Guild. I don't understand why it's such a big deal. And they should, since you're on TV, you're on Netflix, you're on network TV. They should get their fair share. I think you go back to what Jesse Ventura had wanted to do a long time ago and unionize everybody.
Yes.
Obviously blindsided by Hulk Hogan because he didn't want it.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Yes, we can say fuck the Hulk Hogan now.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
Of course, then again, we were saying it when he was alive.
You got me.
You got me, brother.
You got me, brother.
But in all logic,
What?
Kevin is right. Kevin is indeed right. I believe that every WWE star, especially the ones that are in movies, guess who's in movies? Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins,
John Cena.
John Cena. The list goes on and on and on and on and on.
Roman.
When
Romeo.
if you recall, Paul,
How is it that they can get SAG money but nobody else can?
Sag on this.
If
What?
you recall, when there was the actor strike a couple years ago,
Yes.
Cena had to get permission from SAG to, go on WWE,
We did.
Oh, yeah.
and they said, "Yeah, sure." So, I would say honestly, do it. I mean, Kevin's right. He's absolutely 110% right.
Oh, he's 100% right, and I think they definitely need to get that pay and do what they do. There's so many people that definitely deserve it, and there's a lot of great hardworking people out there, including this one. So MJF was on Ariel Helwani. I had picked 3 clips to play from this interview, which was very good, very extensive, much like Paul said. But this is the one wrestling-wise that people are talking about. So this is MJF on Ariel Helwani, and he buries Malachi/Aleister Black, calling him a mark, and says he's the biggest defender of using AEW as a stepping stone to go back to WWE. And he says people like him is the reason for AEW's current camaraderie and success. And here we go.
Everyone's ready to fucking rock and roll, and everybody wants to put on the best show possible.
Wow. How do you feel like we got to that point?
People had to get weeded out.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Can I ask, like, who was the biggest offender of this?
You want me to say a name?
Sure. You told me to ask you the hard question.
The biggest offender?
Yeah. Who came in there thinking, I'm just going to use you all as a stepping stone to go back to New York?
I think it's pretty obvious that that's Malachi Black, but I don't know the guy, like, on a personal level. Do I think he's a bad guy? No. Do I think he was a mark for like wanting to have his, I need my Mania moment? Like, yeah. And there were a couple guys like that, and they got weeded out. And then they went over there, and some of them found out the grass isn't greener.
Right.
And perhaps some of them did. Some of them, for them, the grass was greener. But I'd say a majority of the guys that were like, I'm just going to use All Elite Wrestling to go to WWE or to go back to WWE. I think you're going to see a lot of those guys ask for a 50% pay cut from the office. Or you're going to see a lot of those guys just get released. And it's unfortunate because if you show up to our company and you work hard, there's really no need to burn bridges. Like I said, I'm not shitting on him. I'm just...
Well, I will say that with Aleister Black and unfortunately with Zelina, their run after a year, I mean, they did some things, I guess, that never-ending Damian Priest feud. Aleister Black was supposed to be involved in Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. He wrestled Sami Zayn, but things unfortunately didn't go their way. They moved Zelina from the U.S. title to being with her husband. If I'm them, if they don't go back to AEW, honestly, I'd love to see them do work in TNA. Zelina Vega originally came from TNA, but god dang it, man, MJF really spitting that verbal fire when it comes to Aleister Black into WWE and AEW. Dan, I'll let you start on this one. What were your thoughts on what MJF had to say about Malachi Black?
I mean, he wasn't wrong.
Nah.
I will say I do think it is kind of bullshit. You fire him after a year, you know. But as I've said it to you guys before, Rob, I've said it to you. Malachi Black, Aleister Black, Tommy End, whatever you want to call him, he's going to end up back in AEW, guaranteed.
Put the House of Black back together?
No, at least not with Brody King. Buddy Matthews, maybe.
That'd be fire.
I just he'll go there. He'll be a good boy, and yeah.
Rob, we'll take it over to you. I know you have been a very big fan of Malachi Black, Aleister Black, especially with the House of Black and everything that he did in AEW, and as we all were with his NXT run before he got called to the main roster. Rob, your thoughts on what MJF had to say about Malachi Black?
It's disappointing because I always figured Malachi to be a bit different than what's been portrayed lately, and it kind of sucks to hear as a fan because I thought he was better than that. And because there's been several people coming out all saying the same thing, it's just like, well, if you don't go back, that's fine. If you do, that's fine too. But fix yourself because that's not cool. And whatever it is that you're looking for, I hope you find it.
Very well said, Mr. Robert Davis. And now we will go to you, Paul. Your thoughts on MJF and what he had to say about Malachi Black.
In all honesty, he's not wrong.
Right.
And I don't know if that was the mindset of Malachi to go there and say, hey, guess what? I'm going to come here and I'm going to take advantage of you guys only so I can go back to WWE. Because if that were the case, he just would have did much like Matt Cardona and take the indie scene by storm and go out there and do what you do and perform. And eventually you could end up back in WWE.
In catering.
His wife was already there. So it wasn't like, hey, he didn't have a way back, you know?
Right.
But I think if you want if he truly wants to have a place for himself to elevate and be a quote unquote star, go to a place where I know, again, I just said is lacking stars. Go to TNA, do what you do, both you and your wife. She can go in the knockouts division. You can go into the main card picture, main title picture, and kill it. We know how good he is. Look at what he did in NXT in the black and gold brand. We know how good he is. Give him the opportunity, and I'm pretty sure he'll flourish. If that's not for you and you don't want to be associated with WWE, then take the indie route.
Japan, even.
Go to Japan.
So hear me out on this, because you gave me an idea.
Okay.
You mentioned TNA.
Yes.
And I mentioned earlier that Mike Santana is probably on his way out.
Yes.
What if you have Malachi Black versus Mike Santana for the TNA title?
And he wins the TNA title. That'd be cool. It's a nice little change of scenery.
Loser leaves TNA.
There you go. I think there's so many directions that he can go, but I think to add on to everyone's point here, do what makes you happy and just do what you do and love what you do. Speaking of somebody that loves what he does, we'll go back to MJF and Ariel. And then we'll get to Double or Nothing. Last two things I'm going to play here. These are two big things. Now, Ariel Helwani really pressed him about like what's going on in today's world, Israel. This was the first one because he denounced the actions of Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu.
What I will say is I've said outright, and if this offends you, I'm sorry, but I'm not in support of what's going on right now in Israel. I think a lot of stuff that's going on right now is super inhumane, and I can't back it. And I personally don't like Netanyahu. Not a fan. I've said out loud I'm not a fan. Now, even when I say what I
right, and then we'll get into a more lengthier version of this. This is a fine 2-minute clip, and as it says here, MJF stood on business against Ariel Helwani, and here's what he had to say a little bit more in depth about Israel and everything with the Jewish culture.
you can't win.
It's no different than being American and saying I don't like Trump. Just because you're Jewish, it doesn't mean you have to support every single thing.
I don't agree
that
with
the Israeli
now,
government
I believe
does.
that Jews have a right to exist.
But here's the thing.
Yes.
And
the same way I hope blacks have a right, and Asians have a right, and Hispanics have a right. And
people
so on
have
and so forth.
masked their Jew hate with, I just don't like Zionists. But I'm okay with Jews. No. You hate Jews. Just be open about it. In my opinion.
I think the word Zionist has changed.
It sure as hell has changed.
So here's the thing. The Nazi emblem. I can't believe we're getting into this.
Yeah,
this is the Nazi emblem. To my knowledge, I believe it was a Hindu symbol at one point.
Yes.
And then it got overtaken. So I'm sorry if somebody's wearing a Nazi symbol and they go, whoa, it's fine. This is a Hindu. Fuck you. I'm punching you in the face. I do unfortunately feel Zionism no longer means what it meant when I was a kid and what I was told it meant. Zionism when I was a kid meant be proud to be Jewish and be proud of the fact that we have a place to live in Israel. I don't think that's what it means anymore.
To who?
Because they've changed
It does mean the same. They've just changed the meaning. They've changed the meaning because it now means something else to them. They've used it as something else. It is the exact same thing from when you were a kid, in my opinion. That's the way I choose.
And I respect you feeling that way. I don't know if I feel that way anymore.
That's fair. That's fine. And
because
look, here we
much
are,
like
two
words-
people from the
Yes,
same background.
same
disagreeing.
background.
We're not all the same.
No, we're not all the same. Which it's more proof, right?
Right.
But all I'm saying is, I think much like words and their meanings change. If I say the C word in England, it's like saying "What up, bro?"
Right.
If I say the C word in America to a woman or even a man, those are fighting words. I just think that's where we're at with the word Zionist, which is unfortunate because it used to mean a good thing. It no longer means a good thing. Now it's a bad thing. Now, we can get into an argument of should it be a bad thing though? But again, the same argument can be made about that Hindu symbol. It used to mean a good thing. And now when I see
the word woke.
I think of
woke
Nazis.
was not a bad thing.
Yes,
Now it's
woke used to be a good thing.
Yes.
And woke, to my knowledge, was a word that was come up by people of color and then And then white people took the word and they were like, how do we figure out a way to say pussification of America? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though I don't feel it's necessarily true, but now I will say I find in the year 2026, people struggle to take a joke now more than ever, which.
And that was MJF. And I will say this, he made a lot of sense. He made a whole lot of sense.
You know,
yeah.
I guess, and I said this in the TSK Discord chat. MJF is the world's scumbag.
Yes, he is.
He's not the people's scumbag anymore. He belongs to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And just give him the world. Get the title off Darby. Put it back on MJF. Like, just
Are we back on fuck Ariel Helwani though?
Yeah, kind of with what we saw.
Did we get off of that though? Did we ever really get off of that?
I don't think so.
No.
And I find it interesting that he throws shade at certain people but won't at others. Like he'll literally antagonize certain people to get them, and I want to say it's views. I want to say it's ratings. I want to say it's clickbait. And it's for clicks. You know, you have these opportunities to have interesting, in-depth conversations. Nothing like Chris Van Vliet.
No.
Nothing even remotely close.
No.
Because Chris is very, very different on the level of he wants to know about the person, their love of wrestling, how they got into wrestling, or, you know, just in general questions as far as like the person, what they like, what got them interested, what they're interested in, you know, if they have similarities in some of the things, you know, that they grew up with as far as like wrestling, but that's just his base. It's about wrestling. Ariel Helwani wants to decide that when he wants to talk about wrestling and then go into something a little bit more political, but not try and make it too obvious in obviously being political.
Yeah.
And he did it with the wrong person, unfortunately. He did it with the wrong person. And I say fortunately because MJF, Max just put him in his fucking place.
Very much so.
In a 2-minute clip, he talked about what what we know as the swastika, what it meant to Hindu was a good thing. And oh my God, when I learned this in school, yes, people, we learned this in school.
Yeah.
We knew what the swastika was. We knew what it represented, but did you know what it meant prior to the Germans using it? Not a lot of people did, and they didn't teach it. Fortunately, some of us do have teachers who teach us things from where origins start. And obviously that swastika symbol started in Hindu, and it was a good thing. Unfortunately, taken to a bad place.
And I think really to kind of like generalize everything that he mentioned and what we're all talking about, I think with how today's society is and the tub of goo that is in charge of our country, it has become opposite day of the fact that once one was good and having decency and morals, it's just thrown out the window. And like he mentioned, the pussification of America, that makes you a pussy because everybody is so infiltrated with hate and racism and bigotry that it's such a consumption of one's physical health and mental health that it's just so unbearable nowadays. And I had to play this because we are coming upon Men's Mental Health Month. And I got to say, for everybody, not just men, but everybody in the mental health, take care of your mental health because it's so important. But some chode, and I think you know what chode I'm talking about. He has the initials of DW. So dickhead Dana White went on Katie Miller, and yes, that Katie Miller's podcast, the wife of douchebag Stephen Miller, that piece of fucking dipshit. I won't be here all day. But here is this. We talked about a 2-minute clip that symbolized MJF owning ass. This motherfucker explains why he hates men's mental health culture. And Dana White, I don't want to hear shit from you when you beat your wife up. That's all I'm saying. I don't care if you were drunk. You put your hands on your wife, you cocksucker. And here's what Dana White had to say.
I hate this whole men's mental health bullshit that they talk about. Unfortunately, when you're a man, you are the provider. You are the one that takes care of your family. You are the example for your kids when they grow up, and your sons, and your daughters. And you, unfortunately, you can't be that guy. I see these guys posting on social media. Oh, I had a bad day, and I'm so sad, and all this other crazy shit.
So unattractive.
It's just it's unattractive to other males, let alone women. I can't even imagine. I'm really against all that shit.
So unattractive. Katie Miller, have you seen your husband?
Oh shit! We might as well not even do predictions because this is.
I got one. Dan,
you call this? You say that's unattractive? Your husband looks like a walking fucking penis.
Thank you.
You got a guy that looks like he's got a stick lodged straight up his asshole, and you got the gall to tell what's unattractive? And Dana, you talk about being the provider. Were you providing for your family when you hit your wife? Were you teaching your sons how to care for a woman? Were you teaching your daughter? I think he's got daughters.
I think he's got a daughter, yeah.
Were you teaching her that, hey, it's okay if your boyfriend, husband, whatever beats you? That's okay. All you have to do is just say, oh, hey, they were drunk. Fuck you.
Right here, Dana. Rob, do you want to comment as well? And I'll have Paul briefly before we get into predictions.
Yeah, wasn't Stephen Miller the one who used his wife as a human shield during the fucking shooting?
Yes, that was Stephen Miller. Yep.
That's very attractive, right? Am I right?
Of course.
And I believe she was pregnant.
Yeah, she's pregnant.
Wow. Fuck. Oh, wow. That just makes it so much worse.
No,
and allegedly, she had an affair with Elon. Allegedly.
That's also attractive. Okay.
Yeah.
brings new meaning to kill two birds with one stone.
Jesus Christ. But Dana, yes, men are providers. Yes, men are examples to their children. But if you don't take care of your mental health, which I know a lot of men personally who didn't, who are no longer here in this world, they can't provide for their children anymore. They can't be an example. You have to take care of your mental health in order to stick around for your child. Every single man in this panel right here has gone through some shit. The reason why we are still here is because we took care of our mental health. Some of us have children, and the reason why we took care of our mental health was for them. The reason why we do what we do is for them, and that started with taking care of our mental health. So with the absolute and utmost disrespect, go fuck yourself.
Amen, my brother.
With
Paul?
a goddamn cactus.
Yes. Paul, your last comments about Dana White before we get into predictions.
Fuck you and the hole you fucking crawled out of, you fucking white piece of shit.
That
sums
it up.
The wrong group to play that clip to, boy.
Yeah, well, we all in agreement that we all hate Dana White, so we all have the same policies about mental health and our same mindsets.
I mean, that was kind of neutral up until you played the clip.
No, bro, like I saw it, and I'm just like, we've commented about Dana White and his bitch assness with everything, but I'm like, you are not just going to disrespect men's mental health and mental health in general, you sucker. When you're friggin' asshole fighters, and don't get me wrong, I am not the biggest fan of UFC. I tolerate it, but god damn it. Like, you're not going to sit here and tell me about mental health when you beat your wife, you fucking drunk.
And again, I keep going the whole thing. Katie Miller, like, look at your husband. Again, like I said, the dude looks like a walking penis.
This is the same woman.
And he's only about 4 feet tall.
This is the same woman who went on Piers Morgan talking about, because the guy made a comment that Miller's lie, and that's coded language because we're Jewish. Nobody said that you were Jewish and we're making fun of you for being Jewish. They were making fun of you because you're a liar. It has nothing to do with you being Jewish, you fucking jode. Moving on. Go ahead, Paul.
No, I'm good.
Okay, fair enough. We'll move on to Double or Nothing now. We'll get on to some happy things. So Moving on to AEW, we have a total of 12 matches on this card. 3 matches on the buy-in and good old 9 matches on the main. So
let's talk about the buy-in. Who is joining one Renee Paquette on
Mick,
the buy-in?
welcome to AEW. Foley is all elite. I don't blame him.
Mick
Foley's baby
Foley
boy.
is all elite.
After everything that happened with the WWE situation, am I shocked that he's there? No, not at all. Not at all. I think we are all very much in agreement that Mick Foley being there is a lot better than his current situation. Now, I did see people talk about the hypocrisy because Shad Khan once gave $1 million to Trump's whatever. But I'm just like, would you rather have that or WWE is associated with raccoon penis and all this other crap? I think I'd take AEW. I'm sorry. And for that particular scenario, I'd take AEW. I think you guys can all agree with me on that.
Is Shad Khan? Is he constantly going to the White House?
No.
Is he work? Is his relative? Are his relatives working for the administration?
No.
Mick Foley is somebody that has stood on principle for years. He was part of RAIN, the Rape, Abuse, Incest Network.
Yep. I remember that.
He's been a part of that. He was speaking out about Ashley Massaro when she passed.
Yeah. She also spoke out about China.
Mick Foley is a genuine good human being. And it takes guts for him to say, yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not okay with this. People like him and Kevin Nash, good people.
Same with Cornette to an extent on that front.
So, the fact that Mick is showing up in AEW, good for him. You know, I think, yeah, he can't go physically as much as he would like to, but I'm excited to see what's next. You know, especially if Jim Ross is wrapping it up. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing Mick on commentary.
I mean, he did a great job on commentary in WWE. He did a great job commentary with Joey Styles on ECW One Night Stand 05. I think we all are in agreement that Mrs. Foley's baby boy, whatever capacity he's involved in with AEW, is going to kill it. I cannot wait to see what he does with Renee on Sunday. And speaking of Sunday, we now have the buy-in. 3 matches are announced, so I think we're going to get through a lot of these very quickly just because of what's announced. The first matchup we have is Divine Dominion, the Women's World Tag Team Champions of Megan Bayne and Lena Cross against Zeta Steel and Viva Van, with the stipulation being that this is a 5-minute tag team eliminator match. If Steel and Van last the 5 minutes, they will earn a future AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship shot. Listen, Zeta Steel was great in the Vanity Project and the Indies. Unfortunately, what happened with her is actually fortunate in a way because she did the WWE thing, didn't really get a lot of what we wanted there, but she's doing her thing now in Ring of Honor and in AEW as a part of everything that's going on with the, what the hell is it, the Sky thing with Scorpio Sky and all that? What the hell are they called now?
Skyflight.
Yeah.
Skyflight. Thank you. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. The thing, too, is Viva Van's another one. We've seen her in MLW and all these great independent promotions and in Ring of Honor as well. So I think this is going to be a fine little match here, but if I'm being completely honest with you, they're building friggin' Divine Dominion like they're the skyscrapers with their tallness and their athleticism. So I got to go with Divine Dominion to get the dub over Zeta and Viva. And I will start with Rob on this one over here to this side. Who are you picking, Megan and Lena or Zeta and Viva?
You know, Zeta and Viva are very, I think that's a very interesting tag team that's put together. Zeta is fantastic. I think we were talking about it before we logged on, and that was a great pickup for AEW. I think she's going to do a lot of really cool things. She's still super young, so she's still got a lot to learn. I think the sky is the limit for her. It's going to be great. And Viva Van, I can never go against someone who's from the hometown. She's local to us. She's Santino Bros. And, you know, she is very active in our personal metal scene. She's a singer of a band. Seen her through the club scene. She's a singer of a band. I don't know if they're still active. I don't think they are. But very, very nice woman she is. But yes. But I think I'm going to have to go with the Amazonian queens on this one, Divine Dominion, are kind of on this tear right now, and they got something to prove.
First off, shout out to Santino Brothers. Shout out to Jezebel and Chaos. Hell yeah, man. Good stuff. Now, Paul Morales, you're up next here. Who are you picking, Divine Dominion or Zeta and Viva?
You know, I think we could all say Zeta was probably one of the people that WWE let go. That was just probably one of the worst decisions that they've made. And as much as I would love to see her get her shine in, especially it being on a pay-per-view, she's on a pay-per-view.
Yep.
And that's amazing. That's a good stepping stone for this young girl. But man, I just don't see them winning. I don't see them lasting the 5 minutes. And if they do, it would be cool, but I don't see it happening.
Dan, who are you picking?
I don't see it going to 5. You know, I think, you know, if they want to, they can keep building to this. Have it get to like 4 minutes and 50 some seconds where so close, but so far.
I like that build. I like that a lot. I think either way, any way you slice it, I love that these girls are getting an opportunity. And speaking of opportunity, we go to this next one. This is just random as fuck because I know they did something on Collision, but for the love of God, and we're all going to do it together, it is the team of Boom and Doom! Big Boom AJ and QT Marshall team with the conglomeration, Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong to take on Shane Taylor Promotions, Shane Taylor, Anthony Agogo, Captain Sean Dean, Carly Bravo, and Lee Moriarty in a 10-man tag. I have no idea why the fuck this is on the card, and I don't even remember Boom and Doom being announced for this. I don't know why he's there, but hey, fuck it, we're doing it. If I'm picking a winner, if I'm going to flip a coin, and I'm probably going to be right in this because every time he's wrestled, he has not lost here, I'm going to go with Big Boom AJ and QT Marshall and the conglomeration over Shane Taylor Promotions because they are jobbers to the stars, and I like Shane Taylor, but fuck, y'all just absolutely suck, and you make me want to upchuck. So on that note, Paul Morales, who are you picking? The conglomeration and Boom and Doom or Shane Taylor Promotions?
You know what? At some point in time, he's going to end up getting a loss. So I say this is the moment. I'll take Shane Taylor Promotions, man. It has to happen, man.
You going full STP on us?
Yeah.
STP.
Stone Temple Pilots.
What? Hey. Oh my goodness gracious! Now, Daniel Crimmins, who you picking? STP, Shane Taylor Promotions, or the conglomeration on Boom and Doom?
I'm going to make the prediction right here.
Yes.
I think Shane Taylor Promotions is going to win it, but it's going to be because the Rizzler is going to betray Big Boom AJ.
Not a Rizzler heel turn.
The Rizzler
turning heel.
The Rizzler heel turn. The chin. By the way, I would just like to say before
and he's going to hit Big Boom AJ with the double chunk
chocolate cookie
and a chicken bake.
Before we get to Rob, I just want to say this. Say hello, everybody, to Paul's wife. I saw that. My man's getting fed over here. Let me tell you something, boy. I saw that. What's up, boy? Yeah. Say hi, Paul's wife.
They're all waving at you.
Hi, Paul's wife.
Hi.
Hi.
I saw that. My man just took a bite out of life. I tell you what. Oh,
that's right.
There it is. All right. So, Rob, who
you cannot just wave food in front of a fat man.
Food in front of our face, man, and we don't notice, man. So, Rob, who you go with, STP or Boom and Doom with the conglomeration? Oh,
I'm sorry. Next time I'll just turn off the camera. Sorry, my bad.
My bad.
I mean, you can just kind of.
I was all trying to lean to the side. I'm all like,
my man's leaning back and doing the rock away. So, Rob,
yeah, exactly.
Hello, 2005.
Damn straight. Now, don't take me back. Take me back. Lean back. Do the rock away. Rob, STP or conglomeration and Boom and Doom?
I'm gonna go SCP. I think this is the one. They need this. They absolutely need this.
And the final match on the buy-in, it is a 6-man tag, and yes, I know there's some brief history here, but fuck it, here we go. It is the team of the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli, Bag of Dicks, and Wheeler Yuta, take on the Ops, Anthony Bowens, Hook, and Katsuyori Shibata. I'm going to tell you something right now. Look, I got no beef with Anthony Bowens, but this is random as hell that he is a part of the Ops now. Look, I know they're trying because his babyface run really didn't work. Max Caster hasn't been around since Methuselah was alive. And Bag of Dicks is Bag of Dicks. Wheeler Yuta's Wheeler Yuta. If I had to pick something, because I think it will also blend into when we get to Ospreay and Joe on the main card, I think something's going to happen where there's a schmaz, and there's something that's in my soul here that we're going to get a Samoa Joe win here along with.
Is it adrenaline?
The adrenaline or so. Well, Samoa Joe isn't in this, but if I was to fathom a guess, all right, you know what? I'm going to say this just because I think they're going to get involved in Ospreay's match. I'm going to go with Team Death Rider. I got to go Claudio, Bag of Dicks, and Wheeler Yuta, and I think that's the first time I ever picked Bag of Dicks in anything on these predictions. So, Rob, who you going with, Death Riders or the Ops?
Can confirm that is the first time he's ever picked a Bag of Dicks.
Yeah, I have. First time I've ever picked a Bag of Dicks. So
That's what she said.
There's the first time you pick a Bag of Dicks and you don't know what to do with yourself.
Yeah, you know.
The options were not very, very high here, but
when did Anthony Bowens become a member of the Ops? Like, we had Hook and obviously, but when did he become a member of the Ops?
It's been a couple of weeks now, but
why is he a heel anyway? It makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. To kind of go to your point, though, they didn't really give him a chance with the babyface run.
This is true, yeah.
And if this would be a prime opportunity for Max Caster to come back and can we just put the Acclaim back together?
Yeah, like, why?
What in the absolute fuck are we doing?
I mean, we
need a tag team. You need a good tag team. Why not put them back together?
I'm going to go with the Death Riders on this one. This is a tough one because I am a big fan of both teams, but I definitely lean more towards the Death Riders here.
And Paul, who are you going with? Are you going with the Romper Stomper gang, or are you going with the Ops?
I'm gonna go with the Gas House gang and Bugs Bunny for 500, Alex. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Gas House gang because I figure, you know what, the Ops are just like a new team for some apparent reason. Adding Anthony Bowens who should deserve some respect on that man's name.
And he's great. He grinds and he works hard, and then nothing. So I don't know. I mean, get him and Max Caster back together. Let them scissor each other, and let people have fun with them.
Oh, jeez.
Bring back Daddy Ass. And
bring back Daddy Ass.
Make the world right again. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Look, bring in the New Age Outlaws for all I care. Shoot, that would have been perfectly fine with me.
Payday. I'm sure Road Talk would take the payday.
Oh, yeah, you didn't know?
You didn't know?
You didn't know? Anyways, but that's who I'm taking.
Dan, Death Riders.
The Dick Riders.
Dan, Death Riders or the Ops?
Dan just wants both of them on this.
Yeah, pretty much. Like Death Riders. Actually, no, I'm gonna say the NWO. Essentially that's what Death Riders are. As far as putting back the Acclaim, people say, well, why? Do y'all not remember Survivor Series 2002 when the Dudley Boys randomly got back together?
Because the Reverend Devon character wasn't getting over. I was in the building for that. I remember.
Just randomly, it's like, oh, hey,
Dudley Boys are back.
Y'all were feuding, and then just okay.
Testify.
So, yeah, that's where we're at with this. Put them back together, or put Daddy Ass back with the Ass Boys.
Ass Boys.
Don't.
Which, just as an aside, I love that Austin and Colton trademarked that.
I think that's amazing. Amazing in itself. So, Dan, are you going Death Riders or are you going Ops? You had to pick.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to say piss break match, but Death Riders.
Now, I'm looking at this main card. So, literally, we have 3 title matches, a stip match, and the others are just singles matches with the friggin' Owen Hart Cup. So, I'm going to see where I want to start first. I think we'll start with this one just because in a Stadium Stampede match, not Chris Jericho, but Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate. We hurt people! and the Elite versus the Demand, the Don Callis family, and the Dogs. Look, Clark Connors and David Finlay. I know they're here now, but whatever. And I like them. I think they're great athletes, but it's just been whatever with them. The Don Callis family, Mark Davis and Andrade El Idolo. All right. The Demand. Rick,
But how you know?
How you know? The friggin' finger in the hola, Bishop Khan and Toa Leona. And we're again the goddamn person gonna get the Demand. I'm tired of this bullshit. And then we got Jericho and the Elite. If I had to pick just because to just finish this off with Jericho and Ricochet and all this, I'm going to go with Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate, and B Elite in the Stadium Stampede. I'm going with Jericho, Hurt Syndicate, and the Elite. Rob, who you picking?
Jericho Hurt Syndicate. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an ass load of fuckery. But most Stadium Stampede matches are. So
yes, they are.
Let's just fuck it all away.
Whew. Dan, your thoughts? Jericho, the Elite, and Hurt Syndicate, or are you going with the Don Callis family and all that good stuff?
No, it's gonna be Jericho and the Elite, which nothing is gonna top that first one where we had Kenny and Matt Hardy in the golf cart chasing after Sammy,
running his
and then Sammy getting hit.
Yep,
and I just go boing.
I can still hear that boing.
Ow.
Ow.
I'm going to break the Elite down to business.
I like that combo. Break the Elite down to business. Okay. All right now. It's going to be wild. We all know the Stadium Stampede.
Of course.
Now, we will go to the Fatal 4-Way. Tekla, Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, and Chris Statlander for the Women's World Championship. And speaking of women, I will say this. Speedy recovery and well wishes to our girl Willow Nightingale, hurting her shoulder in her match with Red Velvet. We love you, Willow. We love you. And I got to tell you something. I swear to God, if this is the return of Mercedes Moné with that title. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. CEO. CEO.
Mike,
yeah, you know what's coming.
Mike,
yes.
Why in the hell did you have to put that out into the universe?
Would you rather have her come back as a babyface and beat Tekla?
No. Yes.
I'd rather have her not come back for a while.
I feel you.
Thank you, Dean.
I know, but in this particular match, I don't see Jamie Hayter winning. I don't see Stat getting it back either. First of all, I love Hikaru Shida, but for the love of God,
sorry, go ahead, keep going, man.
She's mostly been on Ring of Honor. She's a legit OG with an AEW, but they have done dick with Hikaru Shida. And Tekla is one of the best things going now. Her promos are funny and entertaining. Her wrestling is all up in that bitch.
But she didn't get fired. Oh, wait, yes, I got fired.
I got to go with that girl Tekla to retain. And I'll start with Paul in this one. Are you going Tekla, Jamie Hayter, Hikaru Shida, or Chris?
I'm going with Tekla because there's so many bitches inside of AEW. I'm using her words, not saying that there are bitches in AEW, but I am using the words quoted by Tekla saying that there are a bunch of bitches in AEW.
Right.
So I'm taking Tekla. As much as I would like Hikaru Shida to actually have something in AEW and not be in ROH, I really, 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 really wish she would get more attention. But hey, guess what? She's not going to. So I'm going to take Tekla.
Daniel, Tekla, Jamie Hayter, Hikaru Shida, or Stat?
I think Tekla's going to pull it off, and then I think Mercedes is going to come out after the match.
To set it up. Rob, Tekla, Stat, Hikaru Shida, or Jamie Hayter?
Tekla wasn't even a second thought. Please do not take the belt off of her for a very, very long time. I will see your Mercedes return, though, and I will add a DMD as well.
The doctor will see you now. Ooh, all right.
Okay.
All right. Okay. And we go from those two matches, and then, all right, we'll do this one next. For the AEW World Tag Team Championships, it is the team of FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler against the team of Cage and Cope for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, and the stipulation is if Cage and Cope lose, they must retire as a tag team. It's I Quit, baby. Look, we
Nobody asked for this.
already know the nostalgia is pumping inside the veins of Tony Khan. He's all eager. He's an eager beaver.
I got a raging nostalgia.
So in my honest and humble opinion, I think it is time. And they're going to get the gold. They're going to be tag team champions, and we're going to know them. You think you know me. You think you know me. Get the kazoos ready. Cage and Cope are going to be your new AEW World Tag Team Champions, and I will start with Daniel Crimmins. Cage and Cope are FTR. I Quit tag.
Okay,
team.
Booker T.
Yeah, man.
You know, now is that they just have to permanently split up as a team, or they both have to retire?
If Cage and Cope lose, they must retire as a tag team.
So no more teaming together.
No more teaming together.
You know, I think, you know, the easy and smart money is Cope and Christian winning it. But if you really want to throw a twist,
Yep.
Have Cope turn on Christian.
For everything that he's done to him. Okay. There's a little swerve ski.
What
All
a
right.
twist.
Not the worst thing I've heard.
They're not going to do it, though.
No, I think we're going to get the feel-good moment. But are you going to stick with them winning, or are you going to go FTR, Daniel?
No, Cope and Christian, I think, need it. I like FTR. I do.
Yep.
You know how much I love them as a tag team.
But this ain't it with Stokely. I'm sorry.
No. And honestly, both them and the Bucks should be kept as far away from the tag titles as possible for a while.
All right. And Rob, I'll ask your counter offer on that. FTR and Cope and Christian for the tag titles. I Quit, baby.
I've made no counter offer because I refuse this whole match. You see, there's just no possible outcome where any of us are winners. And Cope and Christian, let's just have the feel good moment. Let's
get it over with.
Let's let them have this run, and these guys can ride off into the sunset already, please. For the love of
all that is holy.
For the love of God.
Paul, FTR or Cajun?
The sauce can't get any sour, Michael.
I feel you.
Well, you know, there's a time where all good things come to an end.
I like that, Paul. I like that a lot.
But this ain't it, baby. We're going to get Cope. We're going to get Christian. And that's who's going to win.
And with that being said,
What?
We'll move on to something that we like. For the AEW International Championship, it's about damn time. Kazuchika Okada versus Konosuke Takeshita. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
I think we're going to continue this. I've been loving their feud, bitch, and everything that goes into it. I somehow think that there's going to be some fuckery upon fuckery upon fuckery, but Takeshita will eventually defeat Kazuchika and win that title. But in this particular scenario, I'm going to go with Kazuchika Okada, bitch. Rob, Okada, Beach, or Takeshita?
I think I'm going to go with Takeshita on this one.
All right.
I think it's more than time. He needs to have that international title run. I know when they put titles on Takeshita, things happen. So they need to put that title on Takeshita. Okada don't need a belt at this point. This man can do whatever the fuck he wants for the duration of his contract. If he just wants to walk around backstage flipping off people,
calling people bitch,
maybe rubbing the bald head. I didn't realize how many people were bald in AEW until the other day.
Bald,
but he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Bald.
Paul will go to you. Bald. Okada or Takeshita?
I'm gonna go bald and take Takeshita bald because he's really, really bald. Not really bald, even though he may be bald, but he's not really bald. So I'm gonna take Takeshita for $500, Alex.
And Daniel.
Oh, Michael. Sorry, my bad.
All right.
Bald.
Bald.
You know, a couple.
Because good Lord, I just don't think he needs it anymore.
Yeah,
No.
I agree. There's somehow I think there's going to be some fuckery. Go ahead, Dan.
Rob? What's the next pay-per-view after this?
All
Out.
Forbidden Door.
No. We're in. Oh yeah, yeah.
The Forbidden Door.
New York, Forbidden Door, New
And
York.
then after that, it's Wembley, right?
Yeah,
that's
Wembley.
all in. Yep.
So you're
That's
talking.
where we get the new era.
Unless you're WWE, in which case it's SmackDown and then Raw and then
Yeah.
New era.
It's a new era for all.
It's a new era. I love you all.
So
The new
Come back to
era
New York State.
debuts.
if
The new
you
era
don't
debuts.
do the switch now, are you saving it for Wembley? And then if you do that, you're running the risk of the fans turning on it.
Yep.
I think you have to do it now. I say Takeshita. It's time. Okada doesn't need it. I would love
Each.
at the end of the match, Okada goes to give him shake his hand, and then Takeshita just goes to it and then just does bitch.
Right back to Okada.
Like
Right, Rob?
I could literally just watch Okada just give him and say, "I'm so sorry."
Bitch. Well, on that,
American Okada is just fucking great.
he is. He gives no fucks, and it's amazing to see. So now we are actually going to be going to the Owen Hart Cup matches. So we will start with the only women match that is for the Owen Hart Cup quarterfinal, as it is the forever champion herself, Athena, versus Mina Shirakawa. Ooh, okay. Now these two are going to have a great match.
Athena.
These ladies. Oh, you're just going to go right out the gate, Paul, and say Athena.
Athena.
I was about to say, I think we can all be in agreement, Athena. And we love Mina. We love
And
you,
no offense to Mina. I think she's beautiful. I think she's awesome. I think she's great.
Athena.
And I think she's hot.
Yes.
I think she's very, very sexy.
Yep.
So gorgeous.
But Athena,
Athena.
What else, Paul?
Athena needs it. And bald. I think
And
that was
bald.
one.
Bald.
We'll go to the next one. For the men's Owen Hart Cup quarterfinal, Bandito versus Swerve Strickland.
Not bald.
Not bald.
It's not your beauty, it's your booty.
I think these two are going to kill it. I've been loving this feud, which is the extension from the Brody King feud. But if you're going to continue to advance with these amazing talents, I got to go Swerve. And we swerve when we drive. What? Swerve when we drive. What? What? Dan, Swerve or Bandito?
Swerve. Which, by the way, did you see that interview? I forget who it was with that Swerve did. Talking about guys like Oba, Javon,
New Day. Kofi.
New Day, like
Austin.
Like I'm telling you, Swerve. He's another one. Like he's one of your top stars. Like I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna go Swerve to win it all.
Okay. Fair enough. Paul, who are you going with? Swerve or Bandito?
Swerve.
And Rob.
Is this for the ROH title?
No, this is for the this is in the men's Owen Hart Cup quarterfinal.
Interesting. But yeah, Swerve.
Interesting.
Swerve.
So, Paul,
Very, very interesting.
so the other men's
But
Owen
how you
Hart-
know?
How do you know? So
But how do you know?
So the other men's Owen Hart Cup quarterfinal, Samoa Joe and Will Ospreay. This one is going to be an absolute banger. I do think we're going to get some Death Riders interference because all of a sudden Will Ospreay gets kidnapped and dropped on his head, and apparently him and the Death Riders are boys. It still makes no sense, but hey, if this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. I am going to go with the Bruv man because I'd like to see Bruv and Swerve in this tournament. I got to go Bruv. Rob, Will Ospreay, or Samoa Joe?
Bruvman as well. And the road leads to Wembley, and I think Ospreay needs to be there.
And Paul.
Do you remember what I said a couple of weeks ago about what happened with Ospreay?
5 minutes ago, Paul.
It was nice to have Rob on the show. Well, it was good. Good night, everybody.
Bald.
All
You remember what I said a couple of weeks ago? How it was kind of weird to watch Will Ospreay in Japan all of a sudden get yelled at.
Yes.
So now we come to the States, and all of a sudden he gets dropped on his head, and now he's part of the Death Riders.
Yes.
Two things that don't make sense, but I'm
Yes.
going to tape Brav because, again, I go back to what we said before, or what Rob's just said. I'd love to see Swerve and Brav in the final.
Okay. And Dan, on that note, are you team? You were all think we're agreeing on Swerve here, and we drive
Bald.
and bald. Yeah.
Aren't we on the Brub Man on this?
Yeah. I'm sorry, the Bruv man. Yeah. Are you going Bruv or Samoa Joe? My fault.
I'm definitely not going for the almost bald guy. I'm going Ospreay.
Fair enough. Now we are at our final two matches. Now this match just got announced because they went the full time limit, and he's never beaten him. So we are going to go now to the AEW Continental Championship match. This match will have no time limit. Jon Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly. Every time they've wrestled, they've just absolutely gone buck wild. And with the stipulation being, and the match will have no time limit, and the fact that Moxley's never beaten him, this is the time where Moxley beats him. And I love Kyle O'Reilly, but he's being used more as a comedy act with the conglomeration. So I have to go our boy Jon Moxley on this one. Paul, Moxley, or Kyle O'Reilly?
Kyle O'Reilly.
Really?
Yes. Nice high note, by the way. I am going to go the underdog here, and I'm going to say Kyle O'Reilly for the win. Because I think somebody's going to interfere, and I think something's going to happen. So, plot twist.
Hey, man, puberty happens, man, when they're freaking the high octave. You know what I'm saying? It happens.
Exactly. You still haven't reached it yet, man.
Hey, man, don't be hating.
Let me know when you get there.
Hush, child. So, Rob, who are you picking? Jon Moxley?
Shoosh.
Rob.
Who? What?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, this is a tough one. Because I think Kyle, as Continental Champion, would be pretty fucking sick. But he's already a Trios Champion. So Kyle having two belts, that would be fucking sick. But it's Moxley, and he's the Death Rider guy, and you know, Kyle's pushed him to the brink, and he's pushed him to preach what he says and believe what he says and says what he believes, and he's never beaten Kyle, so it's just like, what the fuck do we do here? But I'm gonna go Moxley.
And Daniel, Jon Moxley or Kyle O'Reilly?
I'm going with Kyle.
He's going to go with Billy Bob Thornton.
No, actually, no, I take it back. I'm going to go with Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick.
What?
All right, so we got 2 for Kyle and we got 2 for John. I got to tell you something. When it comes to this is also going to be something that we are going to discuss. We're at the main event now, as it is the AEW World Event. Darby Allin and MJF title versus hair for the AEW World Championship.
Bald.
Darby Allin has been absolutely killing it with these title matches. He's been wearing himself out we saw with Speedball Mike Bailey. We saw with Kevin Knight. We saw with all these great title defenses. Sammy Guevara on Collision. So I have to give it to Darby on this one for everything that he's done. I would love to see something where they tie in Will Ospreay winning the Owen and Darby Allin for the title, because Darby Allin was like, hey, man, if we don't get rid of the Death Riders, then we got to get rid of the Death Riders, and he kind of pushed him during the last Owen Hart tournament. But I would love an Ospreay as a heel against Darby. I could definitely see that. That would be fun. But if I'm being completely honest here, I think it is time to put MJF back into the title picture, and I don't see him getting his head shaved, so I'm going to go with the Long Island MJF to regain, but it's going to be a hell of a match like only these two can do. Rob, MJF, or Darby Allin?
I'm going to go with Darby because I don't want to see him lose the title. I mean, I don't care about MJF losing his hair. I mean, he probably paid $10,000 for it anyway. Oh, it's another 10.
I'll pay you
the $10,000.
Whatever.
So just Darby Allin. And Rob doesn't even have to think, because I know how much you love Darby.
Yeah.
Darby.
I'm balder than you, and you know it.
Put it on a T-shirt. I like you.
Yes.
Yes,
you are.
Paul, Darby or MJF?
And you know what? I think I can pretty much say that we all agree that Darby has fucking been kicking ass with all these title matches that he's had. And since the creation of AEW and for as many people as held this world title, in such a short time, Darby has made that title more prominent, it being on display every single week. And I think this is probably one of the most times that it's been defended in any calendar year.
Yes. I would happen to
And he's done that in such a short amount of time. And oh my God. And I would still love to see him continue to keep going. Give me Ospreay versus Darby Allin at All In Wembley, because I think they'll kill it.
At each other.
So I think I'd hate to see fucking MJF lose his hair, but man, this would be a good ass match. And I really don't want to see MJF versus Ospreay and then
again
Ospreay again, and then have Ospreay beat MJF
again.
I think it has to be Darby. I'm reasoning with myself, by the way, as you could tell.
So what you're saying is bald.
And Daniel, Darby, or MJF?
MJF.
Oh, you're going MJF too? Okay.
And you know what? Watch his wife get involved.
Alicia Atoot.
You mean Tits McGee?
Tits McGee. But it is definitely going to be a fun night of wrestling action with AEW Double or Nothing. We hope you enjoyed this show of real life topics. Talk about the stuff that you don't want to talk about. Goddamn.
Mike, I think it's worth saying that when does this show start?
8 p.m. 7 p.m.
3 o'clock. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
No.
5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Rock.
Yeah. All right, okay, my time. 4 o'clock.
Your time. All right, rock around the clock over there.
So we're talking about 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it'll probably go to about 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Yes. That's what it does.
We're talking about 5.5 hours of solid action.
Yes. But Tony, people got to go to work on Monday.
Actually, no, it's a holiday.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Memorial Day. My bad.
I fucking still got to go to work.
It's kind of like streaming Pornhub all day.
TKO, this is how you run a wrestling pay-per-view.
Hey.
Especially on a holiday.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Why are you taking my line?
Are you taking
mine first?
It was yours last.
So with that being said, y'all, it is a wrestling-filled weekend with Saturday night's main event. We don't predict that because it's pretty much a glorified out show on TV. And AEW's Double or Nothing.
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
Woo woo. Woo woo woo.
You know it. So with that being said, we'll start with our guest into this deep into the heart of RWT, our boy Roberto Davis. Rob, where can we follow all of us on the social media with Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling? You do great thumbnails, you do amazing things. Promote it, man.
Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling. You can find us at linktree/blackheartsebd3. You can find our social media there. You can find our Facebook. You can find our Instagram. You can find our Blue Sky. You won't find our TikTok though because we got kicked off TikTok for some reason. Apparently, I don't know what the fuck. We're even on the evil Twitter machine, X,
whatever,
Twitter, whatever the fuck. Fuck you, Elon. Seeing he won't even ban us, but. You can definitely find us on all those streaming platforms. You can also follow us if you're into the review format. Kicking it with the TSK. Some of us do make appearances on it. Some of us don't. Some of us should, but some of us will. So we'll see what happens there. 6-7.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Go on, y'all got to get close.
Okay, we still got to do that. Yeah, go ahead, count it off, Mike.
1, 2, 3.
Put out the shows, Yeah, what they said.
Bald. But
yeah, what they said, bald.
We do have some shows in the archive that should be coming out. You can follow us at Linktree TSK on Day. You can find all our social media there as well. We didn't make a TikTok because we're probably going to get kicked off of it, so we probably won't. TikTok can fuck off anyway, but that's neither here nor there. But if you want to follow me, you can find me at Linktree/AmRob. So I've been working on some music, got a lot of music coming up. I sing and play guitar in a death metal band called Consuming Fire. if that's a little too spicy for your taste. I do have an ambient side project, something if you want to sit and chill in the corner and cry. Have a drink, have, a lot of things going on if you want. Cheers, if you will. But you can definitely listen to that. Those are in my link tree anywhere. And I also want to point out this picture right here of this black kitty cat.
Yes.
The SPCA in Maryland is doing something really cool right now. So they had some kids from the local junior high school draw a bunch of pictures of animals that are in the shelter, and they're taking donations. I'm putting that link into my link tree. So if you feel compelled to help the SPCA of Maryland, get yourself some cool art, help out the animals, because that shit's important. But other than that, that's all I got. Thank you for following me. Thank you for allowing me to be a guest on my own show, our own show. Whatever. But sour sauce.
Paul, where can we follow you?
Of course, the name right there is the Dead Man of RWT. Of course, you can find my link tree down in the link below, where you can also find the RWT Facebook page, the RWT podcast page, which is on Instagram, and of course on the Twitter page. Yes, it's not fucking X, Elon. Your mother's an X. Also, you can find all of us, all the links to everything down below. Rob is working on music. Dan is working on his stuff, and Michael's working on his Pornhub.
Go here.
My brother, Daniel Crimmins, where can we find you?
Mike's going to put links down below. Got some cool shit coming with the pundit. I believe tomorrow night I'm recording with that gentleman right over there, Mr. Paul. Mike and I have done some cool shit too. Rob and I have done some cool shit. Rob did my theme song.
Yes, he did.
And it is a very awesome theme song. So check us out. Check out Kicking It with the TSK. Mo, put out the shows. Or I swear.
Put out the shows, Mo.
Shows, Mo.
Mo, I want you to listen in right here carefully. If you don't put out those shows, we will make you watch AWA again.
And we will curse you.
No, that is the curse, Michael.
That very much is.
That is the curse.
So, with that being said, y'all, if y'all want to check me out, it is S&M Network shows. Dan and I have our next Uncaged episode with Mr. Said Moses Marquez, as we will be looking back at Bash at the Beach 2000, which that is a curse in itself, but is definitely a talking point to Bro, here's what we're gonna do. So that'll be happening tomorrow night. We also have our latest episode of the comedy, some of the best comedy and worst comedy characters. That'll be out this week. Deep into the heart of wrestling, we just did the watch along for AJ Styles and Abyss from Lockdown 2005. That will also be out. And we also have a new addition to the channel, is myself and my boy Roy Costin doing a show called The Takedown, which is also available on WFJFM.com. So go out of your way and check that out, as well as the RWT podcast, Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling, the LFC podcast, the Steve and Mike Show, hello Goon, and On the Mic with Mike, and so much more. And if you want to follow me on the evil Twitter machine, it is SM Show 1 or MCL92, and Larkin_92, MLarkinMB, SteveandMikeShow.com, LFCfights.com for all of your needs. So, with that being said, Deep Into the Heart of RWT, we'd like to thank you so much for checking us all out. For Robert Davis, for Paul Morales, for Daniel Crimmins, my name is Mike Larkin. And as we always say, do it with us, guys. To the yacht! And fuck you, Dana White.
Bob.